Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're looking at something really crucial for the U.S. tech edge, how we bring in top global talent, especially in fields like AI, quantum, semiconductors, you name it.
Right, the really cutting edge stuff.
Exactly. But the main way we do this now, the H-1B visa, well, it's basically a lottery.
Pure chance.
Which means critical projects can lose out, and sometimes it favors big outsourcing firms over these really vital initiatives.
Yeah, that randomness is a problem.
So today we're diving into a recent paper proposing something called the Merit-Centric Investment Model, MCIM for short. The idea is to flip this system from, well, an inefficiency into a real strategic tool. Okay, so let's unpack what's actually broken with the current system. This paper points to four distinct market failures. First up is what they call volume bias. Basically, really high-skilled niche talent gets lost in the shuffle because every application has the same odds.
Like that example they gave, right?
Yeah.
Post-quantum cryptography.
Yeah, exactly. Very few got selected. Meanwhile, you had one firm getting thousands of visas for lower-tier IT roles, and that actually delayed a DARPA quantum project.
Wow, and that connects to the second point, this talent pipeline volatility.
Right. How can you plan major R&D if you have no idea if your key people will get visas? The odds swing wildly year to year.
It's incredibly destabilizing. They mentioned an autonomous systems project, I think.
Yeah, they had to drop a whole AI module because only one specialist they needed got through the lottery. 1 out of 8.
Oof, that's tough.
And then there are these process integrity concerns.
You mean the bulk filing?
Exactly. Some staffing companies just flood the system. It can lead to weaker screening and sometimes, apparently, even fraud.
Yeah, the paper mentioned a DOJ indictment. Something about source code.
Yes, and CISA linking insider threats back to some of these complex staffing chains. It's worrying.
It really is. And all this feeds into the last failure, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Race to the bottom. Well, if your odds are the same, regardless of the job's value or salary, what's the incentive? For some, it's just file as many as possible at the lowest allowable wage.
Driving down wages.
Right. The paper showed level I wages actually fell in real terms recently. So these four things together, they really pull talent away from innovation, make planning impossible, and hurt domestic wages, kind of working against itself.
Okay, so that paints a pretty clear picture of the problem. Now, this merit-centric investment model, MCIM, how does it propose to fix this?
Well, the core idea is replacing the randomness with a point system, transparent, merit-based. They call it MCIS, merit-centric investment scoring.
Okay, points based on what?
3 main things. First, and this is key, it's weighted exponentially by the prevailing wage tier.
Exponentially, so like a big difference.
A huge difference. A top-tier level 4V offer basically blows a level I offer out of the water in terms of points, something like 27 to 1. It massively prioritizes high-skill, high-paid roles.
Got it. What else?
Second, there's an origin proportionality bonus. It's a logarithmic bonus designed to maintain some geopolitical balance, prevent any one country from completely dominating the visas.
Okay, that makes sense. And the third pillar?
This one's interesting. A STEM scholarship multiplier.
A scholarship. How does that work?
If an employer commits to funding a full-ride, 4-year U.S. STEM scholarship for an American student alongside their H-1B application, that application score doubles.
Wow. So companies invest in domestic talent to boost their chances for international talent.
Exactly. It's aligning private incentives getting the talent they need with a public good, which is building our own STEM pipeline, using private money to do it.
So if this system were put in place, what would actually happen? What are the projected outcomes?
The paper ran simulations, economic modeling,
Yeah.
and the results look pretty compelling.
Like what?
Well, first, a major visa reallocation. Around 70% would shift to higher skill, higher wage roles. This would effectively squeeze out most of those bulk, low-wage outsourcing filings.
Okay, that's significant. What about the money side?
Huge potential impact there. They project it could channel something like $19 billion in private STEM investment within 5 years.
From those scholarships.
Yep. Creating maybe 27,000 new full-ride scholarships, plus a big jump in the average salary for approved visas, like 55% higher, and even a bump for domestic entry-level software wages.
And potentially boosting innovation, too.
That's the projection. Maybe a 7% increase in AI and defense patents, and a really significant drop over 60% in those H-1B linked insider threat events.
That all sounds great, but is it actually doable? Does it cost a fortune? Need Congress to act?
That's a really important point. The paper argues it's Pareto optimal, meaning it aims to make things better without making any group worse off overall, and it's designed to be fiscally neutral.
No new taxpayer money?
Nope. Funded by existing USCIS fees and that private scholarship investment. And crucially, they argue it doesn't require new legislation because changing the selection mechanism is apparently with an existing regulatory authority. It's not changing the overall quota or eligibility rules, just how they pick from the pool.
So regulatory change, not a whole new law.
That's the argument. They also looked hard at potential risks and how to mitigate them, try and make it robust.
Okay, so the big picture here is transforming the H-1B from, well, a lottery ticket into a focused policy tool.
Right, a lever to boost innovation, lift wages, and strengthen the country's competitiveness in these critical tech areas.
It really makes you think, what could shifting from a system based on chance to one based on strategic investment mean for your field? Or just for the future of innovation and specialized talent here in the U.S.? Something to consider.